What is going on there, agents? So recently I've heard a lot of complaints, a lot of crying about shotguns in the division. And honestly, I think it's a joke. I'm going to teach you guys how to counter them because I love running into shotguns. I drop them 99% of the time. Easy pickings, in my honest opinion. So I'm about to teach you guys how to handle these things so you guys can save your tears for the bedroom. So, number one, the biggest weakness to any person using a shotgun is movement. The more mobile you are, the more unpredictable your pathing is, the harder it is for them to land shots. Let alone that 1 in a million shot while you're on the move zigzagging, that they're going to land that perfect one-shot headshot with an 870. It just doesn't happen. And because of this, you can target that weakness. Anytime you are aiming down sight, you are leaving yourself vulnerable. Look at these guys. They are hard scoping. You can't afford to do something like that. When you're dealing with a shotgun, that basically means you move in really slow motion and you move in one direction. It can't be any easier than that for a guy that can potentially one-shot you. That's mistake number one. So watch what these guys are doing and do the exact opposite. The best way to counter a shotgun, as kind of weird as it sounds, is get really close to them and start zigzagging. You want to make sure what I like to call slithering, and it's basically where you run in one straight line and just use your aim stick and go left, right, left, right, left, right, and you just kind of become unpredictable and very, very hard to hit in the path. And because of this, you're just constantly dodging a lot of bullets in. They need that one really burst headshot to kill you. They don't bother hip firing. They don't bother going to the body because it doesn't result in enough damage. They need those headshots, and for that to happen, if you're rolling, you're right up in front of them, they're not going to be able to aim down sight and hit you. They're not going to be able to actually defend themselves and do anything about it. So the key to success when it comes down to fighting people using shotguns against you is just wiggling, man. And I'm talking like pro-grade wiggling. You gotta get out there in the dark zone and wiggle in ways that would make Lexi Pantera jealous. Honestly, that is the key to success. That's all you have to do to stay alive against shotguns. Now, I know it's far more difficult to handle shotguns on console because you can't hip fire. That's about one of the most easy and supreme ways to take out a shotgun user. Maybe practice it, learn how to do it, learn how to counter it, and maybe even keep a shotgun yourself like an 870 on the hip. So when you deal with one, wait for them to make a mistake because that is the area of preference with a shotgun. When you're using a shotgun, you need to make sure somebody's standing still and take that shot. You gotta wait for somebody else to make a mistake and aim down sight or leave themselves vulnerable. And once they do, they've opened up that window and you climb straight into that bitch. And that is what shotgunning is all about. People that sit there and constantly spray with it, they're never going to hit you when you're wiggling around, when you're rolling around, and you get too close to them, they're not going to bother hip firing. They're going to keep aiming down sight and completely missing your body altogether. So as weird as it sounds, keep close to them, start zigzagging, and then when you're ready, if you maybe have a marksman rifle, try to get your distance from them while they're missing, turn around and 2-3 tap them to the head and drop them. Shotguns are extremely easy to use, and I see a lot of people frustrated about how strong they are in this game, but as you can see, I handled 1v4s all morning long, and it's really easy to do when you have people that are just sitting there hard scoping, zooming in on you because they're so easy to hit, so predictable, and they're just not able to do anything back in honesty. And that's what makes shotguns so dangerous. So if you're like these guys and you're running in straight lines, you're going to see a brilliant display of derpery right here. These guys are going to chase me in straight lines. I'm going to bait them into me. They're going to run down the stairs, run in straight lines, and all I got to do is make that easy shot because they've made it easy for me. It's not because I'm a great player. It's because they just don't know how to move right. And if they don't know how to move right, you're going to die. And this is the number one mistake that you can make. And honestly, this zigzag routine, what I like to call slithering like a snake, is the best thing that you can do in PvP in general. It's something that you need to teach yourself. It's going to help you against SMG play. If you're trying to close the distance gaps on marksman rifles, guys that are sitting back sniping, zigzagging, they're not going to hit those headshots. It's really, really effective, so definitely take advantage of that maneuverability. It's a serious weirdness in this game. And look at these straight lines. Easy, guys. Easy. Give me those gear set items, buddy. It's all about not making mistakes, so as long as you stop aiming down sight, as long as you stop making easy pathing, they're not going to be able to hit you at all. It's going to be super easy. Go out there, test this out. You're going to find that this is a direct counter to all shotguns. And you're going to be like, holy hell, is this all I had to do is just wiggle a bit? Yeah, that's all it takes, guys. Honestly, that is the cure. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys have a great evening. Be sure to subscribe. More Division tips and videos in the future. Leave a thumbs up if you found this video useful. And again, guys, learn the way of the wiggle. It's going to save your life time and time again. I have yet to lose a 1v1 against an 870 since 1.3 come out. They're so easy to handle. You just need to know how to do it.